Good morning from the Protos newsroom. The date today is Friday, the 4th of December, and you're listening to the Protos Daily. These are the main headlines this morning. Former Goldman Sachs executive Raoul Pal allocates 10% of his company's cash holdings to Bitcoin. S&P Dow Jones is set to launch its own crypto indices next year. And billionaire Paul Tudor Jones predicts widespread crypto use within 20 years. At the present time, Bitcoin is trading just below $19,000 after sliding by 2.3% in the past day. Former Goldman Sachs executive and Bitcoin bull Raoul Pal revealed yesterday that his company allocated 10% of its cash holdings to Bitcoin a couple of months ago. Anticipating further Bitcoin rallies, Pal reasoned holding Bitcoin over cash had a greater upside for his finance media firm, and the move is in line with fintech companies Square and MicroStrategy, both of which have bought Bitcoin with the company cash this year. Pal also claimed that 98% of his personal liquid assets are made up of Bitcoin and Ethereum. However, there's no word of exactly how much Bitcoin Pal's company bought. Alongside his announcement, Pal bombastically predicted the price of Bitcoin is heading to $1 million. The same price John McAfee said Bitcoin would hit at the end of 2020, or else he'd, quote, eat his own dick on national television. Sadly, McAfee later backed out on the deal and was arrested on tax evasion charges in Spain in October. Anywho, as for Pal's investment, Pal says it will hold in a popular crypto lending platform to make sure it also earns interest for his company. Which will be the next company to say they've bought Bitcoin? Let us know on Twitter at Protos Media. Seminal crypto exchange Kraken opened its purse in support of Ethereum this week, pledging to match $150,000 in development grants via community platform Gitcoin. This marks Kraken's first direct contribution to the Ethereum ecosystem, but the company's contributed to Bitcoin projects in the past. Earlier this year, the US-based exchange also donated $150,000 worth of Bitcoin to San Fran non-profit Noisebridge as a way of contributing to the hackerspace community that has supported cryptocurrency developers over the years. Alongside bug bounty campaigns and hackathons, Gitcoin grants are funded specifically to produce open-source software for the Ethereum ecosystem, and Kraken says it's donating the money as it recognises Ethereum's maturity both as an asset and as a platform for applications. S&P Dow Jones indices is flexing its crypto muscles and preparing to launch its own customizable crypto index capabilities with a little help from crypto startup Luca. The Wall Street giant is set to take advantage of Luca's data services, including Luca Reference and Luca Prime, which provides a single price for crypto assets based on information from a number of exchanges, trading desks, and wallets. The move by S&P Dow Jones indices will give asset management firms the ability to build their own investment vehicles, such as exchange-traded products, and precedes the expected launch of the firm's own branded index next year. Speaking about the new venture, Peter Rothman, Global Head of Innovation and Strategy at S&P Dow Jones Indices, said, for more than a century, the company's been a pioneer in creating innovative and relevant indices and benchmarks. With digital assets such as cryptocurrencies becoming a rapidly emerging asset class, the time is right for independent, reliable, and user-friendly benchmarks. Ouch. Take that, CoinMarketCap. Investors seeking lucrative rewards have now locked more than 1 million Ether inside Ethereum 2.0's smart contract, representing $600 million. Roughly 150,000 of those Ether, or $89 million, was contributed after the December 1st deadline for the launch of the Ethereum 2.0 beacon chain, Early stakers have so far been encouraged to lock their Ether with promises of high returns on their cryptocurrency, between 7 and 22% returns per year. However, it's likely they won't see any potential upside for at least 2 years. The price of Ether has also risen slightly since the Ethereum 2.0 beacon chain went live. Music king Spotify could soon be handling cryptocurrency, after a job post for a new payments lead was discovered online. Spotify says it's looking for a new associate director for the company's payment strategy and innovation division, which influences how the company handles its payments strategy at a global level. The job also demands travelling between Spotify's London and Stockholm offices. While it might sound bullish for Bitcoiners, the job description doesn't reference Bitcoin specifically, and instead notes that candidates will be asked to consider the emerging ecosystem of distributed ledger technology, blockchains, cryptocurrencies, stablecoins, central bank digital currencies, and other digital assets, before naming Facebook's zombie stablecoin project Libra, now known as DM. It doesn't necessarily fill one with hope, does it? As one particularly famous critical thinker would say, sad. What you can be certain of is that probably 20 years from now, our kids and grandkids, whatever, all of us will be using some type of digital currency. This is what billionaire hedge fund manager Paul Tudor Jones had to say in an interview with Yahoo Finance when discussing the bullish future he sees for cryptocurrency. Jones goes on to describe how any vaccine will bring an absolute supersonic boom in the economy come 2021. Incredibly optimistic, Jones cites in a research note how unprecedented money printing and stimulus measures by the Federal Reserve and the US government amidst the COVID-19 pandemic pushed him towards a newfound love for the cryptocurrency. Bitcoin's price have surged by more than 170% in 2020, while companies, organizations, and all sorts of institutions have begun to recognize the appeal. Even Facebook's stablecoin project Libra is back with a new name once Bitcoin regained its record highs. To Jones, who remembers the dot-com boom vividly, the sudden widespread interest is unsurprising. Jones said, "Bitcoin reminds me so much of the internet stocks of 1999 because the internet was in its infancy. No one knew how to value it because of the world of possibility that lay ahead." That's pretty deep. According to recent data from Bitcoin-focused financial services company Unchained Capital, Bitcoin has moved 185,000 dormant coins last month, representing around 1% of the total Bitcoin supply and worth some $3.5 billion. The firm's HODL Waves metrics define dormant coins in this context as those that haven't moved in at least 12 months. Bitcoin price jumped 40% in November from $13,700 to nearly $20,000, indicating that non-active Bitcoin addresses are moving to take advantage of the surge and sell. A similar trend was spotted in coins that have not moved for the past 2 to 3 years. The report once again points to the power of Bitcoin holders as a large amount of the supply has remained non-active in the last 5 to 10 years, with almost 10% of the total Bitcoin supply remaining dormant since 2010. Some speculate that these coins could stay put forever, on old hard drives and the like. However, though the overall trend shows significant activity in short-term Bitcoin holders, a large percentage of the supply hasn't moved at all, suggesting that long-term holders who haven't lost their private keys are still reluctant to move their coins, even at $20,000. Thank you for listening. To stay up to date with the latest from the world of crypto, make sure you subscribe to the Protos Daily on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other major podcast providers.